Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. A rich and vibrant heart brings a stranger to her.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So we got a second achievement there that said the real Slay the Princess starts here. You'll know when you see it or something. That's interesting. And now the game like reveals itself.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Note, you can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or... There's controller options? Heck, I've been making my hand go numb all morning. Bear with. My hand is freezing. It is so dumb. Bear with. Let me see about controller options here. I didn't know that was an option. Oh, I love a game with controller. Like, bro, I have ADHD. Why wouldn't I question literally every single possibility? Oh, really, Stella? Okay, Oh, okay, so we have history. How do I... Did that save? You're here to slay her. If you don't, it'll be the end of the world. What should we do this time? We kind of did all these explorations. I don't remember if we asked about a reward.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
What's my reward? You can't just say yes. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
I don't like you very much right now, Mr. Narrator, sir.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds.
Oh, sorry, I already clicked that one. Can someone else do this? Forget I'm not doing this. Look, I'll go to the cabin and talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. Yeah, let's go see her, and maybe this time she won't be all fractured.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
It's the cabin. Really not liking your tone, narrator. This man won't tell me what my goodies are, so I'm kinda... I'm sus.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So both the sticks on the controller are actually controlling where my cursor is in dialogue, not in moving the background. But yeah, now the cabin is normal, I'd argue. Not even a crack in the floorboard, everything is the way it should be. So that's interesting. So let's grab the blade again. I think that's a good start. Again, self-defense stabby, not regular stabby.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Hey, RJ, welcome on in. Yeah, because we chose different options. Alright, oh, Mango, no worries, no worries. Let's enter that basement. Let's see, I'm assuming it's going to be pretty normal and not the twisty stairs. We know it's for self-defense, but will she? See, I thought about that. I thought she might get kind of threatened by it, but we'll see.
The
Yeah,
door to
normal
the
stairs.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Don't let it
Oh,
fool
sorry.
you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi. Just checking in on you. Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Continue down the stairs. Let's be optimistic. Let's say hello.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
Nope, don't like this. Instantly,
You
don't
walk
like
down
you.
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, I think the snow overlay kind of fits it too. I agree. Bear with, let me catch up with chat here. Hey, Ulster, I really hope you feel better soon. Go. Okay, what? No way. Why would you even think that? Okay, yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you. No. I haven't decided yet. I'm just here to talk, steal your nerves and step forward. I think I'm gonna go with I haven't decided yet. Because I know when I say, why would you think that, it's because I'm holding a knife.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I can talk while holding a knife.
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm not dropping that knife.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can
Just-
do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us? Are you sure she's not armed? I'm sorry, can we just talk? I'm not dropping the blade. Drop the blade, slay the princess. Yeah, I'd like it. Just chew. But then again, if you miss, if it bounces off her or the wall or something, then suddenly she has a knife. Like a big red flag, right? No. Let's just talk. Let's just talk. Also, I think I have like an auto. Yeah, I had auto on, and that's why I accidentally skipped through some stuff. What have you got there? A knife. Yeah. Oh, is there a baby? Is there a baby? Oh, it's just a little roll, little donut baby. My goodness, I call Ollie a croissant when he does that, cause he's orange. Alrighty. I'm sorry. Can we just talk?
You're so close. Don't give up. You've come this far.
Lots of room in that dress. True.
No, this is a good idea. Maybe we can de-escalate things.
I called Lonka Shrimbo.
Oh, threatened, are we? You poor thing. Drop the knife, and of course we can talk.
Nope. Nope, I like this knife. This is a very nice knife. It's mine.
Then I'm not talking to you.
Oh, rude. Alright, fair. Squints at the princess while holding onto the blade, drop the blade, slay the princess. Fine, then I guess we're at an impasse.
Well, I guess we are.
We're just gonna sit here and glare at each other.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Are you sure you don't want to tell? I'm just gonna keep asking.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Hand on hip action. Hey, girl.
For goodness sake, the two of you can't just stand around like this forever. Eventually, something is going to give, and I highly recommend that you be the one to take the initiative here.
Oh. I don't know. What do you guys... What if I'm afraid of commitment, narrator? What then? We can't stand around like this forever. Not with that attitude. I could stand here all day. Slay her, you think? Let's see.
Doubt,
Ooh.
unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
She's ready.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
Girl, I need that jaw to eat.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Oh no, she got hands.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit. We can still turn this around.
Give up, finish the job, flee, and lock her in the basement. Interesting. Can I flee at this point? I don't know if I can make it to the door and close it behind. Well, I guess she can't really run after me. You know what? We chose to slay this run, so I'm gonna try my best to finish, but I have a feeling it's not gonna work.
You and the princess stare at each other, both gasping for breath, equally exhausted. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can at least make sure that she won't make it out of here, either.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone is still standing right now. Can you not feel all those ruptured organs bouncing around in there? If the princess doesn't do our friend in herself, internal bleeding is certain to finish the job. The two of you clash for the final time. You feel your ribs break as she delivers a heavy blow, but you push through the pain, falling forward and sinking your blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh.
Oh.
The two of you fall to the floor.
This was fun.
Interesting.
The princess gasps, her voice an unhealthy rasp as her lungs start to fill with blood.
You put up more of a fight than I thought you would. But I have to wonder, do you really think this is the end?
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Alright. Chapter 2, The Adversary. Adversary? Adversary.
You're on a path in the
I can
woods,
read.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Our anniversary. Getting a terrible sense of deja vu. So we already did that one. Hasn't this happened already? Okay, no. But I died. What's going on here? She's going to kill me again. But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again? Proceed to the cabin, turn around, and leave. Let's start with okay, no.
Oh, don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. That's fine. It doesn't matter if he can hear
How
us.
stubborn.
The only thing that matters is marching up to that cabin and winning.
Interesting, so that's a different voice than before. Here, she broke our jaw in one swing.
That's the spirit. There's no point in squabbling when the real threat is just up that hill.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. We did our best with the information we were given, and we did kill her, and yet you still died, didn't you? So congratulations, you've been given another chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We killed the princess killed us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Well, Mary, you only told us we need to slay the princess. You didn't say we need to survive the ordeal. This is true.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left? Ugh, enough with the talking. We've got a fight to win. Nothing else matters. I couldn't agree more. The cabin and your destined confrontation with the princess awaits.
Let's talk about this princess. Oh, speak quick about it. We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world? To quote you from the last time around, she's just a princess. Why was she strong enough to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in the basement? What is this place? I like both of these. What if it's a mishearing and we're meant to slay the princess? Maybe we're meant to take her out bobsledding. Go on a little toboggan.
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
Okay. We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
So I feel like, and I don't exactly know how this game still works technically, but I feel like going in and doing exactly as the narrator says when he says it, I feel like that has to be like the last run we do.
Oh, this is maddening. Why do you keep asking questions?
Because I'm nosy.
There's nothing wrong with getting the full picture of what's going on here. Sure there is. It's wasting time and energy that would be better spent fighting.
Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Stubborn is a fun guy. If people locked her away, why could they slay her? Why is this falling on me?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I don't know why that line specifically reminded me, if anyone has watched or played Little Misfortune. The narrator in that too, which is another game I really want to stream at some point. It's kind of slightly on the darker side than what I normally stream, which, to be fair, so is this. Maybe if we have time this week, we'll end up playing that as well, because I do have it. Wondering how they managed to lock her away if she's so heckin' strong, right?
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Yeah, I like the sound of that.
I love that game
Of
too.
course
So much
you're
fun.
Special. Why else would you be here? I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. What else would we even need to know? We've got all the reason we need for a rematch. Exactly. The less you know about her, the better.
Alright, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Definitely. The stranger's really the worst crowd to have as your first. Really? Well, I figure, you know, I think even if it might be considered the worst overall in hindsight, in the moment it's interesting, so I'm cool with it. A rematch where she breaks our other jaw. Random, how many jaws do you have? Asking for me. Yeah, he speaks as though he's withholding information, definitely. Alright, well, let's go up to the cabin again.
A warning before you go any further.
We'll see you later, Corny.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
You don't have 7 jaws? Bench is a way to introduce you to the game and how it plays. The fact that there are multiple ways to play, there really is no wrong way. Yeah, even the game itself, I didn't show it, but when the game initially boots up, there's a screen that says there's no really right or wrong. It's just your own play session, essentially. Or is it more sounds like Arm Party just doesn't have the answers? At the end of the day, this is a love story. Yep, that's what it says. Rolls a d20, that's the resulting number of jaws he has that day.
Lying and cheating doesn't sound like her at all. Not that it matters. It's not like she can lie or cheat in the middle of a fight.
Oh, I beg to differ. I think she could.
Are you sure about that? The point of my warning wasn't to start an argument over what circumstances the princess is capable of lying in. It was to give you some broadly applicable advice. The princess will do and say whatever she thinks it will take to get her out of there. So don't trust her. Ever. Are we clear?
Hey, Elliot, welcome on in. And listen, that's fair. That's fair.
Crystal. Let's
That's
just
my
get
name.
on with it already.
It literally told me just to get on with it. Proceed into the cabin.
The cabin is
Oh,
tighter than its
very
exterior
different.
would suggest. Its cold stone walls press in on you, as if trying to forcefully direct you towards your destination. The only furniture of note is a black iron altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, you're not talking about that mirror again, are you?
See? Even the cabin has the right idea. Let's get moving. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. This whole cabin is different than last time. Approach the mirror, take the blade, enter the basement. Part of me kind of wants to enter the basement without the blade. Just to see what happens and try to talk to her there. For those curious, whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no more premature endings, there are no wrong decisions, there's only fresh perspectives and new... Whoop. Beginnings, this is a love story. Yeah, that's exactly it. Thank you. I knew there was like something interesting at the beginning, but... Yeah, definitely. It's half the reason why I always avoided streaming Undertale. For many, many years now, I've been like, nope, not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. Yeah, it is cool. And I'm looking forward to discussing everyone's, like, how you all played through this when I get to my ending. Oh, right, I ordered stuff on Amazon. I'm like, what the heck is that? I got a new bullet journal coming in. Hey, Squish. Hello, hello. Also, by the way, friends, before I make my next decision here, question of the day if you have not already answered. If you celebrate, what did you get for Christmas? If you don't, what is your favorite holiday? Please send pics. I am so tempted. Will do. Yeah, I was honestly half contemplating January 1st, because I'm streaming that day, being like a journaling day. I haven't done that before. I'm gonna stream Undertale and make the worst choices possible. Gonna be lurking. Lots of gift cards, some shoes, chocolate. Very nice. I love some chocolate. Let's talk about the cabin being different again.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. The world is depending on you.
And you know what else I'm thinking too? I don't think there's any glass in these windows, and I kind of want to chuck the knife out again. I kind of want to chuck it out again. But I don't know. I'm a bit concerned I'm not going to have the option. 6 hours down, only 4 to go. Go buy some marshmallows. If I want to try this hot chocolate, I'm going to have to get the whole experience. Definitely would recommend. Always good. Oh, I love that idea. That's lovely. You can save and reload if you want to. That's true as well. Oh. There we go. So let me actually pick up the blade and see if I can chuck it, because I just am curious.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Those in a box of chocolates, a Nintendo Online card for a year. Oh, nice! And a Koopaling poster. Cool! Oh, you're going for the microchip feeder. Also, by the way, and I'm gonna the fountain. Ollie loves it. He's been using it frequently. I've been getting updates on my phone about when he's drinking from it. I like it. I like it. Oh, really, Stella? That's exciting. You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Approach the mirror, enter the... Okay, so he's not letting me throw it. I think that was because I had a different, like, voice with me last time. So my Christmas not without any presents, no stress about finding them, no well meant, but I want gifts, just a great time with loved ones. Oh, I love that. I love that idea. So I know you can assign cats to the fountain, but I don't know if there's a way for it to tell, like, obviously who's drinking, unless there's, like, some sort of, like, collar system in place, maybe. Have you been enjoying it, Mango? That's so good. Where did you get up to? Yeah, it really only tells you when they, like, get a drink. Looks like it's exclusive to having the contrarian with you. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me reload then, because I just don't want to deal with it at all. Is this it? No. Load. Booze. Yes. Okay, here we go. So, I'm just gonna enter the basement. I don't want to take the knife this time.
No blade this time. Right then, fisticuffs it is. Probably more fair to her anyway. Wouldn't want to feel like we cheated our way to a win.
My friend, she broke our jaw last time. Just finished the Woodfall Temple. Well, now that you have the Deku Mask and, like, the abilities there's a whole bunch of little things you can do for sure.
As long as you can still get the job done.
And the bow.
Don't forget that the blade is waiting for you upstairs if you happen to change your mind.
Oh, okay. Oh, the mirror just went away when I opened the door.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a rough stone staircase, its walls pressing at your sides and tightening as you descend. The air seeping from below is heavy and oppressive, with an almost sulfuric odor to it. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her fierce voice carries up the stairs.
Is that another challenger? Finally. It's been ages since I've had a good fight.
Yeah, she's a little more aggressive, alright.
This isn't what she sounded like last time. Her voice is a little deeper, almost threatening.
Good. Sounds like my kind of princess.
Why do I feel like she's not gonna look like herself?
As much as I appreciate the enthusiasm, just make sure you don't let your bloodlust get to your head. You need to stay focused and keep your wits about you. Remember, you're here to slay the princess, not to have a good fight. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall.
Karlak? That you?
Looks like she could rip those chains out of the wall without a second thought.
Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. I'd been hoping you'd find your way back here. Good to see that death doesn't stick for either of us.
Oh, alright. So much for talking.
But no little knife this time, huh?
No.
No. I hope you're not just here to chat. I've been itching for a rematch.
Oh, girl, we're on very different wavelengths. I was here for a little conversation. I hope you heard all that, Mr. Nair. This is a lot different than last time, but last time definitely happened. You look different, so you do remember me. Actually, I'm just here to chat. I'm actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first. Let's, like, how we're both still alive. I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. In fact, the only reason I came down here without weapons because having a knife felt unfair. Attacker unarmed. The blade upstairs. I'll be right back. I'll be back in a second. Oh no, she's hot. So you do remember me this time. I'm so flattered. I can hear it in his voice. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye. Turns around and leaves. I like that option. Turn around and leave without saying anything. Oh, that's so funny. Alright, so, Mr. Narrator, let's talk.
Okay, fine. Let's say for a moment I believe you.
Step on me.
Thank you for the biddy.
For all we know, whatever happened to you last time was just a fluke, and beyond that, do you know who doesn't remember anything that happened last time? Me. I don't remember what happened last time.
Alright, we'll see you soon, Jenny. Oh, I can read. You cannot contain us all in horny jail.
Are you okay? Of course I'm not okay. As far as we're all concerned, the fate of my world is still very much on the line. Not all of us have the luxury of jumping over to a parallel universe the second we die.
You look different.
Aside from your empty hands, you look exactly the same.
So you do remember me.
No, I remember you all right. Best 3 minutes of my life. So, why don't we do it again? Or are you scared I'm going to put you down for good this time?
I feel like if you just came in right now and you heard that line alone, you'd be thinking this is a very, very different game.
Are you just going to let her talk to us like that? We're not scared.
Oh, I'm always scared. What do you mean we're not scared?
I think my position on violence in this situation is already more than clear, but you really shouldn't let yourself be goaded so easily. There's more at risk in this encounter than your fragile ego. I agree. If we're gonna fight her, we need a weapon.
Actually, I'm just here to chat.
Why? You didn't want to talk last time.
I
Are
tried.
you scared I'm going to kill you again?
Actually here to free you. I'm not saying I'm not here to fight, but I think the two of us have a few things to unpack first, like how we're both still alive.
What is there to unpack? I was dead and now I'm not, and the same goes for you. There. Unpacking done.
I don't feel like this is a good slurping situation.
Don't you get it? We've been given free rein to wail on each other. Forever.
Oh.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
So I don't feel like I should say I haven't decided what I'm doing yet. Don't worry, I'm always up for a good fight. Okay. Attacker unarmed, the blade's upstairs, I'll be right back. I really like this option. Love me a woman who wants to crush me, man. Chat, y'all are thirsty as heck. I don't know what happened to you since the last time we met, but I am not fighting a giant demon lady. Bye, turns around and leaves. Let's do that one, because that's just hilarious to me.
Oh, you've got another thing coming if you think you can just turn around and leave.
Because I feel like that would bother her more than anything else, is me just being like, nah, not doing this.
As you step towards the stairs, you hear the heavy creak of straining metal.
Uh-oh.
And then a snap. She's loose. You have to make a decision, and you have to make it fast.
You could have broken out at any point. You were just waiting for me. Okay, team, what were you thinking? Run like hell or just give up and die? I'm really, really curious about just running. I don't think we're gonna make it, but I want to see what happens.
You do your best to scramble up the stairs before the princess can reach you. You practically feel her steamy breath on the back of your neck, but you manage, just barely, to throw yourself over the threshold and slam the heavy stone doors behind you.
She could open those.
If only for a moment.
She could open that. Kiss, kiss.
The blade. Take the blade from the altar.
You know what? She was kind of being threatening. She was kind of being threatening.
You take the blade from the altar.
Just in case.
Finally.
Oh, I don't like you, stubborn.
Do you think this door is enough to hold me? You're not getting out of this. I don't care how many things I have to break. I'm getting the fight I want.
The entire cabin shakes as the princess throws herself against the basement door. It's huge and made of stone. We're fine, right?
No, we're not fine.
Of course we are. Any second now she's gonna break through that entryway. And we're finally going to get to do what we came here to do.
Impact shakes the cabin, a massive gash splitting its way up the stone doors.
Why are we not just like booking it? I take the knife and then flee. Fling yourself out the window if you need to. She can break through my too.
She comes.
Oh,
Doors explode outwards, shards of stone clattering against the walls as the princess emerges from the basement.
At least you finally have a weapon. Good.
I'm just so curious what's gonna happen if we fight up here. Cause I don't know, I feel like there's some meaning to that basement. She could have left at any time in this form.
We're doomed!
We're doomed!
In a fit of violence, the princess explodes across the room and closes the gap between you. You do your best to defend yourself from her onslaught, but you're sorely outmatched. For every wound you inflict on her, she inflicts 2 on you until, finally, you're no longer able to so much as stand. Your body is giving out.
Oh no, Blake. Ew, wet noises. Captain K, I'm sorry about those, yeah. We're having a bit of a time.
Giving out? No, nobody's giving out. We're just getting started.
Don't be delusional, it's over. You fall to your knees.
Is that it? You're supposed to be tougher than this. Come on, get up. Keep fighting me.
No, this isn't right. Listen to me. Listen to her. We can do this.
We can't.
Why won't you get up?
She kicks you in the chest, splinters from your shattered ribs stabbing into your heart and lungs. Your vision starts to swim. Finally, her face, twisted into an expression of disappointment and fury, fades.
This is definitely Nimona, yeah. Honey, you broke our legs. Listen.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Again. Yeah, if you want to fight me, you gotta, you gotta give me a chance. Chapter 3, The Eye of the Needle. Alright.
You're on a path in the wood. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there.
Oh. Okay, alright. Chat. Scary. So, I'm gonna jump back in. If you weren't so damned afraid of what she'd do to you, we wouldn't have died back there. Nugget. Ice maker? Ooh. I want to see pictures.
Fear is good. Fear keeps us alive. We died because you didn't have enough of it.
Voice of the Hunted. Oh dear, okay. Oh, did you share your pictures of your gifts? I'm going to have to check that out.
So what? You'd have us cower in a corner? No, but that place suits her better than it suits us. She's big. We can't hope to find holes and openings down there. We need more room if we're going to survive.
Oh, is this a kitten? Cody's like, this is what I have to say. You got a 3DS? Which one did you get? How cool.
Are you suggesting luring her into the woods? Do you have any idea how dangerous that would be? If you lose sight of her, if she manages to slip away, that's it. Game over for everyone, yourself included.
R5
I always want to know why he suddenly speeds up and slows down in the middle. You. There we go. That was what Cody had to say.
Are you not challenging us on all the looping? Have you known about it the whole time? Are you the same one we've been talking to since the beginning? Sorry to disappoint what I'm sure must feel like a grand revelation, but that's not what's going on here. We've never met.
Oh, check my Discord. Nugget Ice Maker. Not used right now because we're anticipating some big storms later. Oh, cool. How neat.
It doesn't matter. We could go in circles forever. I don't like staying still for too long. Let's get to the cabin. See this through.
Black 3DS with Kirby Triple Deluxe. Oh, and Bowser's Story. Nice.
It's good to know that at least one of you is still capable of reason. We may have the same destination, but we're not the same. You are still an other, and I don't trust you.
I like the hunted. I appreciate that mindset. We haven't talked enough about how different this place is. I wouldn't even call these woods. It's like Hurrium's was just poured out into the world. What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else? No matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through. Silently proceed. I'm done with this. Bye. Turn around and leave. Yeah, let's talk about how different this place is.
It's evidence of one of many ticking clocks. You can't let her spread any further. Things are always changing. She changed, the cabin changed, we've changed. Why wouldn't the woods change too? Because they're not supposed to have changed. This is supposed to be a path in the woods. If it's not, it means something's gone horribly wrong.
What if I don't agree with the plan? What if I'd rather do something else?
You're the chooser. The best we can do is advise. But we can help if you let us.
That's interesting.
These are just powerless thoughts and opinions. You don't need to let them drag you and the world to ruin.
No matter what happens next, it seems like all of our answers are in the cabin. We might as well see this through.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the end of the path, staring up the hill at the cabin. I hope you've given serious thought to your predicament. No last advice for us? No words of warning? From what I gather, you've heard it all before. There's no use screaming into the wind. I don't know, screaming sounds pretty good right about now. I could use a little catharsis.
Time to fight Nimona again.
Catharsis is for when we're finished. For now, we need to hold it out in front of us, something to chase.
I'm back. What did I miss? So, demon princess, and she got out, and her influence seems to be spreading into the rest of the woods. So we're heading back to the cabin after we died once again. A card of a character from Altered TCG featuring her cosplay as art. Oh, how cool, Jacob! How neat! That's so cool.
The interior of the cabin is suffocatingly tight, more of a glorified tunnel than a building. Its stone walls squeeze against your sides, leaving you no choice but to press forward. The only furniture of note is an iron altar jutting out from the wall, a pristine blade perched on its edge.
The mirror is there again. Again, they don't talk about it. On the Celebi, nothing so far. I haven't really gone back as I haven't had any motivation. Honestly, Brandon, I feel like if you're not getting joy from it, if you're not enjoying and looking forward to the experience of shy hunting, I wouldn't bother, you know? Maybe pick it up when you feel like it, but definitely don't feel forced.
See? We have even less space than before. We need space or she'll kill us. And the only space is out there.
You're talking about what mirror?
Take it.
There's no way forward. There's a mirror at the end of the room, and that's it. Take the blade. Let's talk about the mirror.
A mirror? But there is no mirror. There's the iron altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. But there isn't a door. There is. Circles, circles, all of it circles. There's something for us at the end of the room. The what and the why don't matter until we know them.
I agree with the freak. Let's get a move on already. And worst comes to worst, we can smash it.
Stubborn only knows smash. The only thing left for us to do is just lie back and wait for her to step on us. Yeah, Brandon, for sure. Are you feeling much better today? Hopefully. Well, let's grab the blade.
You take the blade from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. There's no overcoming her without it. We need every part of us to survive, and that steel claw is as much a part of us as any.
Alright, let's say hi to the mirror.
You step forward and approach the door to the basement, hesitating before you open it, as if you don't see it. You're rather committed to the bit, aren't you? The door's right there, it's right in front of you. It's a bit grimy. Why don't we wipe it clean?
Oh, okay, so we wiped it clean before and we saw ourselves. What happens if I smash it this time? Brandon, yeah. Maybe you just caught another, nasty bug.
You bring your fist crashing down against the door leading to the basement. It swings open, scraping against the floor as it reveals the dim path ahead.
Stubborn. I can take the princess, the narrator, in a fight, right?
Before you is what may as well be a sheer cliff face. There are enough footholds that you'll be able to clamber your way to the bottom, but it will require careful effort.
Yeah, but getting back out's going to be a process, so...
The air hissing up from below is warm and wet, like the breath of an enemy locked in close quarters. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice, bold and fierce and impatient, echoes from the chamber below.
Do you have more fight in you than last time? That was such a disappointing show. I know you can do better than that.
Goad her. Rile her up. If she's angry, she'll make mistakes.
If you want to fight, then how about you come get one? I know you can get out of there on your own. Are you sure you still want to fight? You know what? I think I'm gonna listen to the hunted.
That's not how this works. I'm all chained up, remember? How about you come down here and fight me?
No, I want her out.
Those chains were nothing to her last time.
Yeah.
And they'll be nothing to her this time.
Oh!
But we need to
Scared
show
me.
ourselves
What?
first to make her boil over.
Sorry, Mike was asking if window should be open or closed, but I'm comfy, I'm content. It's gonna be warmer today. Mike, jump scare.
Fine by me. You've nowhere to go but down. You start the difficult journey, gripping the stone, lowering yourself foot by grueling foot. But soon, there is solid ground beneath you. Remember, every crack and crevice will need to be faster than her. You turn to face what lies at the end of the narrow tunnel. The princess, imposing and tightly muscled, grins back at you from the darkness.
So she's looking different, even compared to last time, right? I'm pretty sure she had hooves last time. I could be wrong. Okay, chat, control your thirst. I'm curious about the hands though, because they're looking kind of like ours, and now I'm looking respectfully. Bigger tummy. Oh dear.
Her face widens into a broad grin.
Would Tater look like? Would he just be yellow? I think he probably would just be yellow. Mango, I guess so. I guess so. I didn't know chat swung this way, but I am not looking respectfully. Can't wait for that family-friendly 2025.
There you are, knife in hand. How thrilling. Attack me, bleed me, twist the blade in my flesh. Break your bones against my body. I want a real challenge this time.
I wonder if I'd come down here without a knife. She would have been really upset about it. I've turned out. Or I've tuned out. Why is she a dragon now? I don't know.
We can't get that close. She'll kill us in the tight space, steel claw or not. Make her come to us, stand beyond her chains, and let her become frenzied. She'll break them. Then we run.
Fighting her just her way of flirting. I'm a monster, open to see where things go. I have so many questions. I've been here the entire time. I'm actually playing and I still have many questions.
I really don't like the sound of this. It's the only way we live.
Well, what are you waiting for? If we're gonna do this right, you can't be scared. You need to want this as much as I do. So go on. Make the first move. Don't keep me waiting.
Let's talk a bit first. We can always fight when we're done, but I have questions. I want to know what happened after you killed me. Not down here. If you want me, you'll have to come and get me. If you want a good fight, if you really want to see me at my best, we need to be somewhere with more space. Why don't you want to be free? Why do you insist on fighting me to the death down here in the dark? I'm not fighting you. Step closer, stopping just outside her chains. I mean, I know she can probably break those. You know what? Let's try to talk a bit.
We've talked plenty. I'm sick of talking. I'm sick of waiting. I'm sick of you standing just out of reach and teasing me with a fight you won't let me have. You disappointed me last time, so you don't get to choose what happens next.
Bloody desire in her eyes, the princess rushes forward, ignoring her chains as they bend and snap.
I figured that would happen no matter what.
Run. Without hesitation, you turn back the way you came and scramble up the ledge towards the tunnel entrance. As you near the top, hands desperately clawing at jagged stone, you glance back. The princess is right on your heels. She doesn't bother to scale the wall as you do, instead digging deep into the rock of the cliff face with her fingertips in her rabid pursuit.
Anywhere you go, I will follow.
Good. You reach the ledge and hoist yourself up into the tunnel, the cabin door finally in sight, at once within your grasp and infinitely distant.
What is all of this for? What's the point? You and I are always going to end in violence, so why bother to run? I know what I am. Why can't you be the same? Little bird, where do you think you're going?
We're almost there. Don't think about almost. We're there when we're there. And we'll take the fight with us. Your skin hums tight with adrenaline as you burst through the cabin door and roll onto the grass.
Okay, so now we got her outside instead of just in the cabin.
You glance back at the cabin as the princess, singular in her desire to destroy you, explodes through the doorway. You are walking a dangerous path. If you waver once, it's all over. So get it right.
Oh god. It's over, princess. We have the open ground.
There's nothing left to slow me down. Do you think this is better for you? Do you think this space gives you an edge? Then show me. Show me that you've been worth all the room you've taken up in my head.
Do it. Be swift, strike true, be where she's not. Let your body move you.
Explodes through the doorway. Holy. Are you sure you want to do this? You're free now, and here I have the upper hand, but we don't have to fight. You've fallen right into my trap, slay the princess. If I listen to the voices, it's literally just slay her. Trap card. But I was saying I didn't want to do that one. You know what? This is the only one that says explore.
Oh, we'll see about that. Traps aren't real. The only thing that's real is bloodshed.
She charges, fully determined to end you in a single move. Left, now. As the princess strikes, your body swerves to the left. She overextends, stumbling as her balance shifts unexpectedly. Strike. Before you can finish the thought, you lash out, the blade slicing through her leg. She turns to swing again. Right. You move out of the way, but this time it's not quite as clean. You can feel a bruise already blooming where her elbow crashed into flesh. It's nothing. A scratch. Yes, it could be worse. And you manage to gift her another cut in return. I'll be damned.
We're actually gonna pull this off, aren't we?
Traps don't exist. Valuable lessons to live by. Traps and birds. We don't believe in them. Yeah. Alright, we'll see you later, Jacob. You have a good one.
You just might. But don't let it get to your head. Not until it's over.
Yes, finally! This is the hole I felt in my heart. This is what I've needed. This is what I've been missing. This is how it always needed to end. Both of us giving it our all, beating and bleeding each other to death.
The two of you engage in a devastating flurry of blows, each of you wounding the other again and again. She's stronger, but you're faster, and the deeper the both of you fall into your lethal dance, the more your edge shines over hers. She's slowing down, blood pouring from wounds, splattering at her feet, leaving her weak and unsteady. More! Keep going! We can't stop now!
Dang, lady, chill. I'm just your Uber Eats delivery guy.
You spy an opening, but this time she's waiting for you. She lets you sink the blade deep, trapping you in place long enough to wrap you in her impenetrable arms. You're slammed to the ground. Nothing! These blows are nothing to us! But her gambit wasn't enough to close the gap. It wasn't enough to kill you. She stares you down, coughing up a splash of blood as she gasps for breath.
You've outplayed me, haven't you? Something feels wrong. Something.
And? Then what happens?
Uh-oh. Ah. Recognize those. A wide open field, lure a hulking foe to advantageous terrain and win. Cuddle time. Now you do not have the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared this is the end for you, but not for me. It's going to be okay. Trust me, we've been here before, and you always get scared. Approach the mirror. Oh.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. That thing reeks of death.
Screw the mirror. We just need to find the princess.
It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you.
I don't know why I'm going with that option, but I am.
I'd like to be somewhere nice.
Oh, same.
Maybe there'll be a good fight there. Maybe we'll find her again.
You approach the mirror. Again, I notice the narrator gets really quiet during these sequences. Bounce as you reach for it. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The bloat. You've grown. Huh. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Okay, so this is kind of like the arm party from before, except demon lady. You are at the cabin. Let's go say hi.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
More than I was. Okay.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
You're the same being as you were before. How much have you changed? What does it feel like to change like this? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before? You know what, Blake? I think I'll wait for the ending to ask if I'm still not entirely sure. But thank you, though. You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you. Been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Why? What do you want me to bring you next time? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be. There's so many things to say here. What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them. How many more vessels do I need to bring you? I'm ready to go back, attack, and destroy. I'm just gonna start from the top and see how many I can get through.
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. I'm just gonna go through all of them then. What does it feel to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection.
Hey, Turtle, how are you doing?
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
Okay, so as long as the word explore is next to it, it shouldn't advance anything much. Okay, cool. I kind of was figuring that, but just on the off chance. When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed, but in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Interesting. You know at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
I just got back home from holiday with my family. Christmas is good. Now just waiting on food. What are you having for food today? When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
I'm gonna say thank you and not why. I think. I'd like to get on this strange arm entity's good side. Been kinder to me than anyone else I've met, thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
True. What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one remembers a spark lost in time, and she would stop at nothing to reclaim it. She will make for a burning heart.
Okay, that's interesting. Because, yeah, she was dead set on seeing it to the end. Hey, hi Nora, how are you doing?
Do not mourn her. She has finally remembered what she thought she'd lost.
So you don't have any preference on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Fine, it's interesting. It's interesting. It's a little different than I thought it would be, but I'm enjoying it so far. I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Okay. If there's an outcome where you kill each version of the princess and show all the vessels, I think that might be what it's gonna lead into, is bring them all back. I assume?
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
These are interesting options right here, but I think I'm just gonna say I'm ready to go back. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting way to say it.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Courtney, welcome back.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.